Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay. I still forgot to buy a lighter. Okay. This video is naturally storable food winter provisions. So, okay, there's quite a bit of winter left. 1/3 of the month is over, but still saving money the last 1/3 of the month. The last 10 days can really add up. So what would naturally storable food be winter provisions? Number one, grain would be wheat. Otherwise, you know, flour. So you could make bread. Number one carb would be potatoes. For one thing, root foods last forever. Brown rice. So I bought this brown rice for $2, 2 pounds. No, $1.25. So that's a good storable food. And then if you mix peas and barley and rice, and I bought this soup mix, and it makes a lot if you throw about a 1/4 cup into your food, like your stew. So carbs would be potatoes, brown rice, and peas and barley. So part of it is just figuring out what you want to do, and then you can do it so much easier when you have kind of a little game plan. Okay, and then so still on the carb, think about a long time ago, before we had all this modern day canning and refrigeration. Pumpkins will last to this day 4 months in the refrigerator if you don't carve them. Pickled vegetables. So, you know, there's all kinds of pickled vegetables. Okay, some of the longest lasting fruit are apples and raisins. And then I'm growing a little mint plant because that turns out to be one of the best kind of foods you can get, I guess, for chlorophyll. Then I like this storable from Dollar Tree whole milk, because you can make cheese, cottage cheese, buttermilk out of that kind of milk. Okay, for cheese, 4 cups milk, bring to a boil, add 3 tablespoons vinegar, and cook until it separates on low, or turn the heat off and cover it, and then strain it through a strain, and then squeeze it out in a cheesecloth. Okay, for the Mexican cheese, 1 gallon milk, 1/4 cup white vinegar, and cook it, boil it, add the vinegar and salt, and then cook it till it separates, drain it, and then squeeze it out in a sieve, and that's going to give you decent cheese. And then add 20 grams of butter. So it's kind of like the cream cheese I made. I made quite a bit of cream cheese. Here's one. Uh-oh, there's the other one. And I made a lot of butter. Oh, let me get this out right now while I'm in here. I have a lot of small packages in here that are not staying good. All right. Oh, God. Everybody should have this trouble. All right. I'm just going to have to let some of it come out until... Oh my God, the video is over. Sorry, you guys. I should have gotten it out. Okay, so if you have whole milk, you can make buttermilk. Buttermilk would basically be the whey. If you make butter your whey, and you blend your butter in the blender. This is Walmart. This is Dollar Tree black tea. your buttermilk is going to be a lot better. Okay, so let's think about a long time ago. One of the ways of preserving was fermentation, and that is how they made alcohol. But the Chinese fermented rice, honey, and fruit. Then burial. So primitive people would bury root. People still do this. Root, vegetables like cabbage, fish, salmon, butter, meat under hot coals, eggs. Drying apples and raisins, curing. A lot of times they cured meat with salt. They just put the meat in the salt. You want to learn how to do it properly. Cooling. Cavemen submerged food in cold ponds, freezing, and, you know, pickling. Salting and smoking, canning, and the pioneers would dry food by hanging on a string very close to the fire. Okay, I want to mention something about this so you guys don't have to discover everything. Okay, what I did here is I created like a little posy. See, it's like a little bouquet, and then I stuck the rose, the red rose, a little higher. And this is actually 4 or 5 of these, see this little posy? So you don't have to waste time trying to discover this. And this is basically the same thing. There's 4 roses with 1 higher. Because I noticed when I was looking at floral designs, I go, why 4? Well, 4 works. Okay, so there's Just Eat Cheap. This week I'm eating 4 days out of the stockpile. So this is really easy to do because I bought $10 worth of food at Dollar Tree. Okay, I mentioned to you guys the Oslo diet. Bread, butter, cheese, milk, fruit, and vegetable. So this was Dr. Oz, I want to say, I don't know, Dr. Oslo, and he came up with this diet 1920 for the Norwegian children. Okay, then I went to Dollar Tree and I bought Dollar Tree sausages. They gave you 2. Those were good. Those were hot sausages. I still have 1 left. I bought rice. I showed you the rice. These were $1.25. I bought a can of beans, but I'm not having beans. I think I'll freeze them. Potatoes. I am having those French fries, and I find the French fries to be good. So I'm having French fries, pickles, tea, and cookies. Okay, then I did research on school lunch, which was, now when my dad was a teacher, this was a long time ago, and he had us eating like the school lunches, so we stayed healthy. It was milk, fruit, vegetables, grains, meat, or meat alternatives. Meat alternatives would be peanut butter, dairy, nuts, tofu, and beans, black beans. Okay, then I did a video and it was prison food because, you know, they have to feed the prisoners, you know. They can't do cruel and unusual punishment. Breakfast is cold Danish pastry. I go, I like that idea. Hot or cold cereal and milk. So I'm adding a pastry to my breakfast. A little one, nothing huge. And then it would be chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, lasagna, taco, or fish patties. So that is cheap. Then, now today we want to go for, this week I'm eating 4 meals out of the stockpile. So, and I don't mind eating this one bit. So, you know, if you buy French fries, they're expensive. But if you buy Dollar Tree French fries, I actually ended up getting 4 servings. I think I'm going to just do this, you know, no wasting. So for me, a Dollar Tree, $1.25. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I have had that. And then I bought, you guys will remember, I think it was, I like these chicken hot dogs. I only bought these because they were on sale. They were like $3.99. 3 pounds of hot dogs. So this is hot dogs, French fries, and then I bought ketchup when I bought the $10 worth of food. I'm sensitive to ketchup because I was watching this video on poor people, and the kids were so miserable without ketchup. Okay, now pickled vegetables. So I have an assortment. I have pickles, I have pickle beets, and I have mild okra. So I'm gonna make, so I'm not going to, I could have this with a sandwich, but if you buy like a nice little assortment of vegetables, and then you know there's the ketchup. And if you buy, I think I bought these at Walmart. I have learned don't touch beets unless you want your fingers stained. I think I got these. Remember, the jars are, and of course I got it on my hands. And then I bought these pickles at Dollar Tree. And those were $1.25, and they're very tasty. And some of them are a little bigger, but some of them are small ones, which are, you can put salad dressing on your pickled food, just like a salad. Then here is the homemade bread. Okay, now I wanted to work on getting all the food I eat more nutritious. So this is, I already ate some when it came right out of the oven. This is my white bread recipe, and I put a 1/4 cup of potato flakes, see this? And I put a 1/4 cup raisins, and then here is some homemade butter. So I have jam, so at no time am I really going to be fruitless. No, that's not happening. So once you guys start learning my ways, and then I made some muffins for my Danish. I already ate one. And then I have a nice little assortment of nuts. And then I have a few, so it's pickled food, nuts, and this goes back to the Oslo diet. Not a lot, but some small pieces of cheese. So this is a combination. Once you learn this, you're going to be eating, you're going to be not going to be running out of food. And here is the muffin mix, because I want to add some little muffins to my breakfast. Most of the time I eat breakfast in the middle of the night, a little muffin or a Danish, and some cereal and milk. Okay, so for the bread, it's 1 1/4 cup water. I put it in the microwave 1 minute, and I put 2 tablespoons sugar, and I stir that around. I let it cool until it's the temperature of a warm bath, and then I add 1 package of yeast. At one time I bought a lot, but I also have little jars. And then I just put it on top of my stove, and I cover it with a plate, and I let it rise. Then I mix 3 1/4 cup of flour, but since I was using potato flakes, I had 3 cups flour, 1/4 cup potato flakes, and 1/4 cup raisins, and then 3/4 teaspoon salt. And so that's all that's in it. So you can add things to it. You can add jalapenos, you can have fruit, you can add cheese, whatever you want to add. Here, let me give you my bread recipe. I spent years looking for this bread recipe. One of my customers was really old, and she used to make the best raisin bread. I think hers was soda bread. Now let me give you the Navajo fry bread. You mix 1 cup flour. This is for the small batch. 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 1/2 teaspoon salt. and you let that, and you mix that up. You can also add a 1/4 cup milk. Then add 1 cup of very warm water, and you stir that together to make a soft dough. Then let it set for about 20 minutes, and then just you know, put it on a little flour and make a soft dough, and then shape it into some little like biscuits and fry it in hot oil. This is good in case you don't want to wait for rising. And if like times got hard, you could drink some tea with this and survive. All right, let me show you I'll put some ketchup. So the thing to be remembered here is that I had that little shopping trip to Dollar Tree, a package of sausage, a packet of rice, a can of beans, frozen potatoes, pickles, teas, and cookies. And I still have cookies. Here we go. So the point is you start getting some of this food in the house. It doesn't have to be all of this food, but if you can, what I did was I bought these are various nuts and fruit. The fruit was some kind of papaya and raisins. But what was really good about these, I got them at Grocery Outlet, is it was almonds, it was walnuts, it was peanuts, and then, you know, the 2 fruits, and they were all equal. It wasn't a majority of peanuts. And then the other thing is it made really, really good peanut butter. Actually, though, you can't really make like really bad peanut butter. So storing nuts, and then I bought this big block of cheese. This is half of it, and I just chip off a few pieces when I need cheese. So hot dogs, French fries, ketchup, nuts, cheese, pickled vegetables, homemade bread, butter, jam, cookies, and tea. Okay, then think about adding. So what we're doing is we're combining all these food plans to make a nice rounded meal. And so you could add peas for potatoes, because peas and rice is pretty good nutrition. Green beans and potatoes, lima beans with bacon, and then corn. Now, I've always had like corn, potatoes, meat, bread, but you know, you can interchange these. Let me give you a shot of this list here. Well, I've been working on this for months, you guys. Hi to all the new followers. Welcome to the channel. Looking forward to your comments. Okay, now, okay, that is that. Now I want to talk to you about, okay, you know, we went through all the old-fashioned ways to store food, but these days, if you buy your pickled vegetables, your canned fruit, and then you have your beans, then you add, these are butter beans, but I try to find canned lima beans. And with these, you can just add a little ham, a little butter. And then corn. This is going to give you some nice rounded meals. Some peas to go with your rice. Black beans are good with rice too. And then green beans, and you can add a little ham or bacon to your green beans and make some cornbread with the butter beans or the green beans. So you start getting these assortments of food. I bought these cookies. These were okay, you know, to try. And I put my cookies in this jar to keep them fresh. And you can see I've been eating a lot of cookies, which is illogical. Go to the gym and then come home and eat cookies. I got these discount shopping. So I got the cheese discounted. I try to find everything I can that I might possibly use discount shopping. Dollar Tree. So I'm going to have plenty of food and plenty of fun decorating. I bought a lot of bacon. I bought these pepperonis, so if you eat crackers, if you've stockpiled the crackers and cheese, you can eat that for lunch with some soup. And so for the canned meals and the soup, you have crackers and you have salami, or you can put that in your salad. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and be thinking, what can I get cheap? And God bless you all.